tramp. All right. I don't think Madonna set out on a mission to destroy the world. And I don't think Joni Mitchell said that. I think she was talking about Madonna the thing. That's why I said when Madonna happened. You know? Well, I think that something new is happening in the world today with Miss Lady Gaga. And there's not a soul on planet Earth that would argue that it's a lot like what happened with Madonna happened. Because we're seeing it all over again. We're seeing the exact same thing all over again. I have seen everything there is to see in art. I have seen everything you've ever heard of. I've seen it. I've traveled to see it. I've paid countless money to see films and stuff you're not allowed to see. I have seen everything. And I can honestly say that Madonna either did things that I hadn't really seen before, or put them together in a way that I definitely hadn't seen them done before, nor did I really care for most of it. But Madonna definitely danced to her own drum. There's just no way around it. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's hard to say, well, that song sounds like that, and that song sounds like that. The best I can do is say, I just can't stand the way that sounds. But, you know what? Borderline. If nobody's looking, it's kind of fun to clean house to. What can I say? So, you know, dance around in your underwear like Madonna. It's kind of fun. But now we have someone who, in a matter of seconds, has made more money than Madonna makes in a decade. Doing not something that's influenced by Madonna like Britney Spears was, but literally doing Madonna. Literally doing Madonna, the way drag queens have been doing Madonna for the last 30 years. Down to, the songs are exactly the same. Born Again is exactly the same song as Express Yourself and Vogue mixed together. Not like them, it is them. It is them. It's the same concept. It almost says the same thing, but it wasn't just that. Alejandro. How come no one noticed that was exactly like the Spanish Madonna song? Every single thing is poached from something that specifically happened before. It is exactly, not like, exactly like if I showed up dressed as Gene Simmons and said, this is my idea. I'm not defending Britney Spears, God help me, but that's influenced by. That's influenced by. Bands that wear makeup are influenced by Kiss. I'm influenced by Kiss. I steal directly from people I love, and I call it homage. Lady Gaga's exact words about Born This Way, was, if I were doing homage, I'd be doing homage a lot more than I do in that song. She didn't even say, I'm paying homage to Madonna. She said, damn it, that's my idea. That's my idea. I did it. I came up with the mermaid in the wheelchair idea all by myself. Okay, I don't bet there just finds her and kicks her ass. It's outrageous. In business, it's against the law. In business, it's against the law. In the music business, it used to be against the law. Not against the law anymore. Because we can have anything we want. We can pirate anything we want. We can steal anything we want. Go on YouTube, you watch a video, it comes up, download this video. You can have every song in the world now for free. We are going to see a nosedive of independent creative artists forevermore. We're only going to see these manufactured monsters that have a ton of money behind them because they're making a lot of money off of advertising and merchandise, even though you can get it for free. But we're going to see the end of the music industry where that we knew it. We're probably not going to see live bands anymore. I mean, we're just going to have like the do-it-yourselfers like me, or people playing on street corners again, because that's the only place you're going to be able to see live music, except where you pay $100 to see Britney Spears lip sync somewhere, which is what she does. That's not even a dig. And everybody goes knowing that she's doing that like it's okay. Milli Vanilli lost their careers over this. Milli Vanilli lost their careers. They didn't do anything wrong by today's standards. They did what was expected. So the difference, though, is with the beast that is Lady Gaga, is that she's doing something that was never okay before. She's looking at what someone else did and said, I like that dress. Tomorrow I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear that dress tomorrow, and I'm going to look better in it, and I'm going to make more money in it, and when you come up to me and try to be gracious and put your arm around and say, hey, you know, we kind of have this in common, I'm going to look at you like, what are you thinking? It was my idea. I've never seen this dress before in my life. My gosh. Everybody knows Express Yourself. Everybody knows that song. It's like Happy Birthday. I mean, my God. I think in the 80s we heard it more than Happy Birthday. Oh, I'm not influenced by Madonna on this. It happens to be the same chord progression, the exact same tune, same timing and cuts and breaks and drops. What are you people talking about? I invented it. I invented this. I did this. I am this. I am this. And now we're making so much money, we're just going to show up everywhere and let our subjects know that we're the queen. This has never been acceptable. Never, ever, ever been acceptable in music history. Never. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Who's the king? Isn't that Elvis guy? He did it. Oh, I forgot. Elvis Presley took all the poor Negroes, and they got all the poor Negroes' music that these guys couldn't afford to copyright. And they took it from them. And they gave it to Elvis. They said it was new music that nobody's ever heard before. Wow. And he walked around and said, I didn't steal from anybody. I'm a total original. Wow. Go online and check that out. Go listen to Hound Dog. Go listen to Hound Dog online. Google Hound Dog. Hear Hound Dog. Hear the version that Elvis heard when someone said, you should do this. It won't cost us anything. Wow. Ask Little Richard what he thinks of Elvis. Get him drunk first because he tries to be nice. Google it. Find out what people say. Find out what people say. Not since Elvis have we seen poaching like we're seeing right now with Lady Gaga. And what's interesting is Lady Gaga actually has a great voice. She actually has some kind of style. She actually can dance better than most people I know. And she's a really strong songwriter. I mean, seriously, this is not someone who needs to poach. She's not talent-free like Britney Spears. This is not someone who needs to poach. She's not talent-free like Elvis. This is not someone who needs to poach. Elvis was a good-looking guy with a great voice. Lady Gaga was an in-house songwriter for Interscope Records. She has written classic songs that we sing from other artists. This is not someone who needed to poach. She poached her own name from Queen. Queen had a song called Radio Gaga, which was about what? The crap you're going to hear on the radio from now on, that the radio's been taken over by the industry. So in the future from now, when you're listening to crap like Lady Gaga, it is Radio Gaga. Why would anyone name themselves shit? Because that's what it was. They couldn't say radio shit and keep it and get it on the radio. So they said, all we have now is Radio Gaga, Radio Goo Goo, and Radio Gaga. I mean, Pablum. She named herself Pablum. She's the queen of Pablum. God bless her. I thought this was all very clever in the beginning. I was like, maybe there's hope in music that someone really cool is going to happen. Until I saw all the pictures of the Irish chick that she stole all of her stuff from in the beginning. One thing after another. Including the eye patch, the leather thing. Everything I thought was interesting. Directly, not that dress, I'm going to wear it, but I'm going to put a flare on it like this. No, I'm going to wear it exactly like you. And nobody's going to say anything to me because I'm the queen. Who bestowed this much power on someone to poach? Don't you dare say Madonna made so much money it doesn't matter. My gosh. My gosh. We are the people that watch 30 years of someone's hard work. 30 years of someone's hard work. And it's being poached. Because she's rich and she's on the hill and it doesn't matter. Because she's not sitting at home crying that she's being poached. Wow. I swear, I am convinced the wizard gave Madonna a harp. I really am. That's just me. I actually feel sorry for Madonna right now. She's been very gracious about the whole thing. Why cut off your other foot? I'm saying my pissiness about the crappy music that we're hearing that's making zillions of dollars while I'm living under the poverty line aside, I know that something much greater is happening. I know that God has shown me that people are being placed in position for a much bigger event. And that if you can get the world to believe one lie and look the other way and say it doesn't matter, we'll just pretend like it's not a lie, the world will believe another lie more easily. This is what Satan taught Adolf. And every time I hear people say something that's not true about Oprah, about Lady Gaga, I sit there and I go, oh, actually, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I mean, and it's not like I sat down and studied this music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my gosh, how much... I can tell you I have devoted less than an hour of life listening to Lady Gaga. And most of it was in the last 24 hours. You know, I just watched some videos and stuff I'd never seen. My jaw dropping. I was like, oh my gosh. Wow, if I did that, I'd have to pay money to get away with that. You know, it's irrelevant. It has to do with the fact that for some reason an entire generation doesn't care about what's really true. They care about what's convenient. We have an entire generation now of people that know better about what they eat, and it doesn't matter. We have smokers. We have smokers. We have smokers that eat chicken McNuggets and listen to Lady Gaga. And that's the future of the world. That's the future of the world. And to that, God says, will come an uprising of female strength and power and leadership that will cause so much destruction and so much deception. But I'm supposed to end it on like, there's good news. I don't know. I think it's all good news. I preached the other night, even bad news is good news when God talks. So I think it's all good news. I think it's kind of cool that I get to be in on it. I get to see it with my own eyes, like to watch this. And again, I want to be very clear. I never even talked about the person of Lady Gaga, by the way. The pretty little girl under there. I said pretty and I didn't mean it. But I'm sorry, but I've seen what she looks like. I've never said this before. There's never been anyone in pop music history that needs makeup more. That was an upgrade. No, I like the makeup. I like the hair. I like the costume. Except the crap she wore on TV. That was like a bad Halloween costume. My gosh. I mean, I've seen drag queens that look better than that. Lady Gaga. My gosh. If you're going to wear a wig, it's supposed to look like hair. I think it should. It should look like you dyed your hair. And by the way, when Madonna had green hair, just so we're clear, she dyed it. Just to be clear. When Madonna had green hair, she actually dyed it. She didn't get a goofy Halloween wig. She actually dyed it. I'll never forget when that was being discussed on the radio, because she had just done a big televised concert one night, and the next night she was on an award show, and she dyed her hair green for it. And then the next night she went back on tour and had to bleach out her hair and start over. And people were talking, oh, that's really dedicated to constantly give us something new. And, you know, she could have shown up with her blonde, but no, she really wanted to make a statement that one night and show support for what she was, you know. But anyways, I have not said a word about the person of Lady Gaga. I don't know who she is. Like most people, I think that most people are used as puppets for something. You know, I think that Lady Gaga, you know. And by the way, if I said she spread her legs and had sex to have the devil spawn, all I'm doing is talking about the last video I just watched, by the way. So, you know, forgive me. Forgive me. And again, I've seen it already. Gosh. But I never saw so much goop before. The goop was really gross. Now we're just going to try to find that online. Enjoy. I have no idea who this person is. All I know is there's a really good singer-songwriter in there. That I know. And bang-up piano player. I didn't mention that. There's a really talented person who can totally be themselves, and whatever that is. And even if it is even all the hoop, I love that stuff. I love all the makeup and the costumes and the shoes. I love that stuff. I really do. Let's just be careful we're not the next Elvis. That didn't end good. And Billy Graham would say that Elvis ushered in an era that we were never going to survive from. And Joni Mitchell, far less a spiritual representative than Billy Graham, said that Madonna ushered in an era we're never going to survive from. So I feel pretty safe somewhere in all this, saying that we are in an era we're never going to survive. That we are in a time where everything is nothing. Everything is nothing. That manners don't matter. Traditions don't matter. Cultures don't matter. Species don't matter. Artistic labor doesn't matter. Just steal whatever you want. Plunder. Let's just plunder. Poach, plunder, stamp our name on it, and make a bunch of God-hating fat executives in suits a lot of money. While the devil makes us dance, wears us out, and when we're not good for anything anymore, ushers in the next person to do it. We need a king. The Israelites said, we need a king. We got our king. We got a million kings. We got a zillion kings. We got the king of rock and roll. We got the king of pop. We got Burger King. None of them had done us any good. I'm just kidding. Everyone knows I love my MJ. But that didn't end good. MJ didn't end good, did it? Again, I said it. We're not even talking about these people. We don't know these people. I've met Michael Jackson. I don't know the guy. He seemed really nice. Nice to me. Nicer than Madonna, but, you know, I don't know Madonna that well either. Unless she knows me. But that's another story. She keeps calling. She keeps texting. That woman is a textaholic, that Madonna. Got a restraining order. Then I'm going to frame it. Like, Madonna, can you sign my restraining order? All right. In conclusion, sorry guys, once he gets going, he's just going and going and going. In conclusion, Israel wanted a king. It was the downfall. We always search for people to put on a pedestal, and we'll say, well, believe your lies. We will make up lies to put you there, and then we'll believe your lies. I'm talking politics again. We will believe your lies, so we don't have to think for ourselves, because if we really thought for ourselves, we would get before the Lord, and we would get the mind of God on everything. And that just takes too much time. And it burns our flesh. So we're going to have a series of kings that rip us off of everything. And now I'm saying, thus saith the Lord, we are entering into the era of queens who rip us off of what's left. Thank you very much.